Okay. Hello everyone. This is 911 Podcast. Oskar here with Tim Biesta. I live here and really great guy to speak with, and I hope you'll enjoy one second of our conversation.
Nice. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So first, as always, I just want to make like a little icebreaker between you and audience, so people would know a bit more about yourself. Yeah, I'm quite short. So, why I live here?
Yeah,
Because I know you tell that it was a bit random.
it was super random. I was walking from my house to the train station, and I had the words "Ik woon hier," which is Dutch for "I live here," pop in my head, and immediately I turned it into English. I was like, wow, those are dope words or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why exactly, but they resonated with me, and the longer I kept thinking about them, the more I thought, yeah, that's a dope name for the project I was doing at the time, which was, first name was T-Lab, which was an abbreviation for These Lights Are Blinding, which was a sort of okay name, but I didn't feel as strongly connected as I live here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's super random, it just popped into my head. It's like, go for it.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm still
Nice.
happy with it.
So, I'm actually I'm really was looking for what are your shows, what are you doing, like the music. Yeah, I knew some of the music because I'm seeing some of your releases in my accounting system. But besides that, so I try to go shows. I live here, and there was only one show last year in Roermond.
Yes.
Why are you not really you don't really want to do shows, or why?
Yeah. So I started out making ambient music when it was still T-Lab, so no clubby music, and that sort of shifted into more clubby music, which I did for a while, and more EDM, future-based type stuff, which was really fun at the time. And yeah, I got asked to play in Roermond, which is one of my first and only DJ gigs, I think.
Yeah.
I also played some of the Bitbird showcases and stuff, and the small parties, which was fun, but performing is not really my forte or the thing I feel most comfortable with doing. I really just like making music. So sitting down in the studio and actually creating stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I don't really do shows.
Okay. Knowing a bit about your past.
Yeah.
You were one of the most lucrative assets in every rock band. You were a drummer.
Yes. I
Or
was.
probably you are still.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. I played some drums today, actually.
Really? But are you playing it for yourself, or are you playing it for production, for music?
A bit of both. So I started out with drumming when I was about 10, 11.
Wow.
Did that all throughout high school, where I met Sander and Thorwald. We formed a sort of cover band, playing Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, stuff like that. Typical high school punk rock band, which was super fun. And after high school, I studied drums at the Rotterdam Conservatory, the Pop Academy, for 5 years. So yeah, drumming was basically my job for 2 to 3 years. But in the meanwhile, I was always interested in production and writing songs, and I also play a bit of guitar and sort of a bit of piano. Like I'm the worst at theory, like music theory, but I just sort of play to sound and what sounds right.
Nice.
Or at least to me.
Yeah, well.
And I hope it sounds good to other people as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I played in bands for those 2-3 years after college, but I sort of started hating doing that.
Why?
Because the main reason was because I was just playing music and not making music, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, well, that makes sense. So why were you not participating in songwriting then?
Well, I sort of was, but yeah, I'm a drummer, so it's just
okay.
Yeah, it was just rhythm, and I was sort of more interested in melodic and harmonic things, or instruments at the time. And also the bands I was playing in, it took a lot of effort to get everything going and sort of keep the ball rolling, and you would have months where you were super productive and recording EP, album, single, whatever, and it would just be there unreleased, nothing happened, no shows. And I also got a bit tired of that, so that's when I really started doing my own thing.
Okay.
Like turned into ILIVEHERE, and started searching for what I like doing music-wise, which went from ambient to the electronic stuff, and now it's back to full-on ambient stuff again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like you also just dropped a new track.
Yes, last week.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's free, or
Yeah, that's the one.
so that's why it's so minimalistic. Like the name is so minimalistic. Like I remember it was 2, maybe one was way before, or maybe I just haven't seen it.
I think like one is, I think I dropped that somewhere end of May or beginning of June, I'm not sure at the top of my head, but I wanted it to be about the music, and since it's instrumental stuff, I sort of wanted to let the music speak for itself and let it be open to however it feels to the listener.
But isn't it that feels a bit lazy from your side?
It is.
Yeah.
Sure, it is. It's pretty lazy to just make a new song and call it the next number.
Yeah.
But I like the openness of it and just have it be open to interpretation.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's sort of the idea behind it. And the last one, the 3, I was actually sort of just trying some stuff out, and I decided to go on Instagram Live, and I recorded that into Ableton. It's just 3 guitar tracks as well. And I was like, why don't I just mix it and put it out? So that song literally took an hour to make, I think.
Nice.
And the next morning I put it up on Spotify, or at least distributed it to Spotify and put it up on SoundCloud, and
nice.
it's like because I also made tracks that took like 6 months and a lot of thinking and actually overthinking. And, yeah, I just like doing something and putting it out there.
So is it just like, was it a sign of inspiration, or was it just like you know, there are some, when you kind of jamming, it's kind of randomly some rhythm or whatever come into your head, and you just like, whatever, this sounds fine, I'll put it out. Like, was it because it was kind of necessary for you to again put some release? Because I know that you need, like, to stay relevant, you kind of need to put out your tracks all over again. Was it because of that, or was it because of just your inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Relevance is of zero importance to me, or at least at the moment. Just want to make songs whenever convenient and whenever I feel like it, and if I feel something's good, let's just put it out there.
That's awesome. I mean,
there's like no marketing or anything behind it, which is probably the worst thing to do in terms of making money off of it, but that's not necessarily the goal at the moment. It's also just purely for me, which is a bit egocentric, but if someone resonates to the stuff I make, that's dope, of course. And I love hearing, good feedback from guys that listen to my music. But I don't do it for the fans, per se.
Sure, I guess. That's amazing. Yeah. The last one before we go to the news. What is your tattoo?
Sorry?
What is your tattoo on the right hand? On the right, yeah.
This one?
Yes.
It's a very special one. My mother died of cancer almost 10 years ago. Next week, 10 years ago. Rough time in my life. Happened super quickly as well. Sort of it was my first year at college, and I think it was like autumn break of school, and my dad called me like, Tim, you need to come home, we have some news to tell you, and I could hear in his voice that something was wrong. So I went home, he told the news, your mother has cancer. And from that moment on, it took, I think, about 2 months until she passed away. It was super aggressive form of cancer. So yeah, I decided to have like a memory of her tattooed on my arm. And it's the word adventure. And it's a title of a song by Rupert Holmes. It's an old school song that my mom used to listen to, and it's about sort of just live your life, don't have too many expectations, and just be happy and don't worry too much. So it's like a sort of constant reminder of that in a good way. That's
yeah. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I can't really find a proper word for this, but
yeah,
really.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of tattoos, but
yeah,
I'm pretty happy with this one.
I bet. Yeah, because like I sometimes think that most of the people make tattoos because of the good looks and not because of the reason to make it.
Yeah.
At least nowadays, like it feels like.
Yeah, I think. I agree. I think there's a lot of people that have tattoos because they look cool, which I would want as well. I still have some tattoo ideas which just look cool for no reason, but I would still get them. But it's also nice to have some in there that have meaning.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Okay, well, that would be hard to transition. Like, no, actually, unfortunately, I have also used and can be a bit transitions from this. So
Okay.
yesterday was said that Stan Lee, who was the creator of Marvel, basically the person who stands behind all the Marvel success now, he died yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it's probably just an issue. I'm not sure whether there is a lot to discuss. I mean, like this.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about the whole Marvel thing.
Yeah.
I just know Stan Lee from an episode of what's it called again? Big Bang Theory. I think.
He had a cameo there or something like this. He had cameo there or something like
Yeah,
this.
I think so. Sort of. I don't remember exactly what the episode was like, but that's where I know him from.
Okay.
There were a bunch of geeks.
Yeah, I think
Comic-Con and stuff like that.
Besides just like being one of the main creators for the Marvel, he usually had the cameo in all the films. So in every Marvel film, he actually had a really small role.
Really?
Yes.
That's sick.
So that's like the most awesome gig of all the Marvel universe, and like since 1989 when they started to produce like proper movies, he was in every movie going forward.
Sick.
Like it was just like 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah,
he had just one line, and that was it.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. So that's how I mostly seen him. Besides just knowing that, he's like creator and the boss of Marvel or something like that. So are you mentioned that you're not really like into Marvel universe and stuff like that. Are you also like watching movies or not really? Not sometimes.
Like to dislike Marvel is a big thing to say, but I'm not a huge movie guy, to be honest. Or sometimes like I like, if I watch a movie, it's sort of like art housey thing, but I don't watch a lot of movies or TV as well, to be honest. I just try to make music whenever I can.
That's great. Something I need to learn. Like I'm usually like I have another hobby, so I'm a writer. So I'm writing my novel now, and I think I'm like make it 40% finished. And I procrastinate so much.
What's it about? Is it like fiction or not?
Yeah, it's fiction. Like I don't like non-fiction. Even reading it, I think it's usually bullshit, and it's saying about the same things, just in different words. But yeah, I like fiction. I like I'm creating the full story or thrilling moments or some shit like
That's
this.
dope.
Yeah.
What's it about?
That's basically about so there are 3 main heroes, something like this, a group of heroes. So the first group are bad guys, so another group are just a bunch of friends, another one is sole hero is just like journalist, and they all come into one small town, almost a village in Nevada, to discover the mystery of like there is something like anomaly with time travel, something like this. So they come in there to find out what it's all about.
Sick. You got me. I'm hooked.
That's probably the first time I properly described what it's all about.
Nice. And we have it on camera as well.
Yeah.
Dope. Perfect pitch.
Cut. Yes. Yeah, so procrastination is hated. But
Yeah, it's hard. I can
it's so hard.
procrastinate as well. Yeah, that's the thing I tend to do.
Well, sometimes if you can, but sometimes you cannot not procrastinate.
Yeah,
That's the problem I have. Yeah, but
it's hard.
it's hard. It's hard. Speaking about time travel. Well, I'm just trying to make transitions all the time.
Okay.
Have you heard of the company Faraday Future?
No.
Okay. For some reason, how do I know about this company? But I started to kind of looking after them when they were first company to say that, okay, we're gonna be the main competitor for Tesla. So I was like, okay, here we go. And those guys already 2 years in a row being on the edge of bankruptcy. So also I mainly want to put it out, so like this company, it has mainly the same idea behind building their electric cars, and they even look they look stylish, they look good, but for 5 or 6 years this company exists, these were only prototypes. So they were just burning their cash on R&D and never sold anything. So people just don't invest in their company though, because they never made the proper product.
Wow.
So one Chinese company decided like, okay, we're gonna help you. And it was like, we're gonna help you guys. So here is your loan. And the company said, yes, okay. And we have 70 more millions to use. Mainly to burn again, but and thinking like, okay, so it's gonna be 500 million rounds to get this investment from this Chinese Evergrande company that was like a mortgage, something like this. So they were the main stockholder in the company, and so here was the news that Faraday Future is gonna be finally bankrupt, because the company gave the first installment of this loan, and they stopped giving this loan for any reasons, because basically Faraday Future doesn't have any cash, so they just need to file bankruptcy, and this Chinese company will get all the patents, all the engineering stuff, everything.
Holy!
So they basically bought the company for just 70 million, and they will still need to get back the partly of the loan during the process of bankruptcy.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I can't wait when this finally happens. To be honest,
this is like the biggest scam ever.
Yes,
but it's a really good story.
Yes.
Wow, that's really one to tell at birthdays and stuff. Look, mom. Look exactly. What I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what you can be proud of sometimes.
Damn. That's smart.
Okay, yeah, I a bit fucked up with numbers. So they released 800 million. So Faraday Future is even worse with their cash. So they just burned almost $1 billion, not making any profit.
Wow.
And yeah. Nice. That was fun. I also really like how so I'm taking this from the website called The Verge. And they are like having this ad. Have more information about this news, please email us. And I'm like, guys, really?
Why
would someone do this if they have this information? Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted really to put it out. It doesn't really much to speak about, but it's such a clever move.
Such a good story.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm mind blown.
Yeah.
We need to talk more about money.
Have you ever thought about, like, do you invest into something? I think it's quite a...
I don't. But that's because I'm terrible with money.
Really?
Yes.
Cryptocurrency. Like, have any thoughts in December, or like when it was on the peak, to just like, oh, it's gonna be a good thing if I put some money into it?
Yeah, I just never looked into the whole cryptocurrency thing. I think it's really interesting, but also I'm a bit scared of it, like the technology side. But yeah,
because you just don't really understand.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't know what it's all about.
Well, you didn't really stop most of the people to invest in it. Yeah.
Have you invested in?
I did, but I invested, then I sold some just to get my money back, and so I still have like this small portfolio of those coins. So I'm not really losing anything because they will still have at least some value.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just playing around.
Nice.
Well, speaking about cryptocurrency.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you mentioned you don't really understand like technology about it, but do you have any idea what's like? You have no idea what is it, like the blockchain stuff and cryptocurrencies?
I know they exist.
That's fine. I mean, like that's
all I know.
Probably me the same. I wouldn't say that I have a lot of knowledge about it, but so there is a startup in London which is gonna be called Materium, or maybe it's already here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really bizarre because they just want to have a cryptocurrency for everything.
Sick.
So like usually cryptocurrency is just how to say, it's just like usually related to some kind of a sector of a business or economy, something like that.
Exactly.
So here they want to make fully so there are like legal contracts and there are like the smart contracts which are based on the blockchain, so they just want to merge those,
right?
And basically this scene would be hosting everything kind of ideally, but it was just TechCrunch
Interesting.
confusing me with the title. Not sure why it's the weirdest, but technically with this smart contract and legal contracts, it's kind of like with this merge, it's just gonna be more reliable in terms of the everything. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like this blockchain thing is more all about like security and like the transfer of information.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be more secure, I guess. But you never know. All these tech startups are so fucked up. Like, I just remembered another scam from last year. We actually related to music. Have you heard of like Fire Festival, something like this?
Oh yeah.
Like that guy.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw the tweets.
Collected so much money and ended up with being in prison for 7 years, something like that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think there was a last trial 2 or 3 months ago, so they imprisoned him for quite a significant term.
Nice. Yeah. Well,
Is it nice?
that's what you get.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to remember how much the ticket cost was. I think it was like
It was a lot.
insane
I'm
amount.
actually
of money.
gonna check it out.
It was like a 3-day festival, right? Or sort of a weekend thing.
Someone even googled the one in 2018. 4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you got a tent and stuff, and
Yeah, and broadcast.
broodkaas. Yeah. $4,000. Sign me up
Yes.
for a broodkaas. Let's get it.
Yeah. Okay. So if you go in for luxury tent accommodation, that's 12,000. If you just go for the basic ticket, it's 1.5, and there is also something in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But also there are tickets for 250,000.
Wait, what? 250,000?
250,000. Yes, I don't know. Why would you pay for this? But for what?
For how long?
It just, I suppose, for weekends. But it just doesn't say anything. Why would you pay for this? Maybe to meet. There were also a bunch of quite famous artists who were gonna play there, right? And they also endorsed the whole thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember whom, but yeah, I think one of the rappers for sure.
Yeah, probably.
There are so many rappers.
250,000.
Would you pay for something 250,000?
Hell no, not even for a house. I think.
Really?
Well, if it's
It would be a really nice house.
if it's like a mansion with
Yeah.
a big ass yard, 11 rooms, I would pay 250 instead of 2 million for it.
I see.
But yeah, no, not for a weekend of fun. 250,000. No,
Not even for Coachella.
no, not for Coachella.
But you gonna hang out with Eminem and Beyonce.
Yeah. The thing is, I appreciate Eminem and Beyonce and all those guys. I think they're amazing, but why would I want to hang with them? Why would I want to waste their time, basically?
Well, maybe it's gonna. I don't know. I
And
suppose that's why people paying this amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you, like I totally get like VIP meet and greet type of things if you like super resonate with an artist. But I think I'm more of a guy that just wants to be in the background and be in the crowd and wave to someone rather than go up and talk to them, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
But like, didn't you have a chance to do this? Like you were at Coachella this year, right?
Yes.
When Sun played there.
Yes.
But did you actually have a chance to meet someone like other artists?
I saw a lot of other artists and some big names, like Post Malone walking by and stuff like that, and that's really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like, especially because those guys have hordes of people wanting to meet them.
Yeah.
And what kind of value would I add to that by just walking up to him and saying I like his music? Like, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that type of guy to ask for. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
that's not bad. But is there actually like artist or any like famous person with whom you would like to meet? Or like still living now?
Son Holo, no.
Well,
Ghostlo, no. Let me think.
Young Level.
Young Level. We all want to meet Young Level. Wow, this is a long thing.
Yeah. Well, if you've never thought about it. Like, okay, let's not be a one person, but like 5 people with whom you would like to meet. Like, it shouldn't be just one.
Yeah.
If it would make it easier.
Even to make it to one is like, where would I look? No, they like. There's this composer from America. His name is Keith Kenneth.
Mm-hmm.
Also performs under Helios. I don't know if you know that. And makes ambient music and stuff. I would love to talk to him.
Okay.
That's like the one guy I would want to actually go up to and just give me all your insights.
Well, yeah, that's probably a thing because like ambient is quite somewhere in the background.
Yeah.
Like not as pop music or hip hop or even EDM or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he's a super inspiring. He makes a ton of music, which is mind blowing to me. Like, how can someone be so productive? And he also does a lot of commercial stuff, like for Apple and Google, and always seems to make amazing pieces.
I think I recall that you made the post that you would like to help someone with scoring with ambient music, something like this.
Yes.
Was the joke or was it true?
No, I would love to do that one day, actually, as like a full-time thing. I think. I'm not sure, but we'll have to try it out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because me and a friend of mine, we tried to like, we had like she made a short film, something like this, in VR, and it was already like synced with the music and everything. Like there was a guy who wrote the music, and then I kind of reviewed it. It was already like half a year after, and I helped her with writing a plot, like a proper plot for this, because it was like just like, man.
So we changed it all, and like after all those changes, we just needed to like rewrite the whole thing with the music and all the syncs and everything. And I was like, oh shit. And it was already like, it was a week before she needed to present the film like on another exhibition, and I was like, just leave it as it is. So there was also a voice actor, a girl, and she was reading text in a really monotonous way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but the friend of mine, she thought it was really cool and was so played very well. But then we tried to just make a Google Translator to say those words.
Sick.
Which was even better.
Dope. Exactly. That's so dope.
So it was so funny that there were parts when this girl was speaking and there was also this Google woman was speaking.
Yeah.
And it still sounded almost the same. It was insane.
It's quite an achievement if you can like sort of have the same voice as a Google Translate voice.
But yeah, I think she can put it on her CV.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a Google Translator girl.
Yeah, maybe she actually voiced her.
Yeah. That would be even more amazing. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's actually good because like I thought like how it's possible to find a person who actually does scoring, and what I was quite surprised at like, oh, here he is.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, like I think my music sort of goes well with visual type things.
Mm-hmm.
It's also what I try to do with when releasing stuff is to have some form of video or visual in place, because I think it's super interesting how the two things can sort of work off of each other.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think you made something like even a really kind of short film or something like this. So I think you filmed on the.
Yeah. So like for the first two songs, for 1 and 2, for those ambient releases of this year, I did some slow-mo stuff, like 60 frames per second, when I was at Coachella actually. Yeah, the first one is the drive home, and it was like a beautiful sunset, and I was with Torvald, and he was in the front seat, and I was like, yo, Torvald, hold my camera for like 1 minute, and then I can slow it down to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I remember actually this one. That's what I remember. Like it was just like a sun was shining, like, and it was like
it's just
clear.
super American highway.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really good. Like there is like the whole YouTube segment when you look just like when the car passes on the road, or even like this like registrators when like you put kind of webcam or whatever you call it in front of the train, and you just watch it, and it's like so kind of
exactly. It's so
relaxing.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like
so calming.
Yeah. I like those kind of things. Also, do you know Primitive Technology, the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Like where guys just building houses out of logs and trees and clay. I love watching that. It's so soothing. It's like a guy with no tools builds a house out of nothing, or a shed or whatever. It's so interesting.
Would you try something like this yourself?
I should, but not yet. Maybe later.
Okay. What?
I still need the advanced technology in my life.
Okay.
I'm not ready for primitive technology.
It's so funny, like that you need actually to be ready for primitive technology.
Yeah. It's the wrong way around.
Yeah. Speaking about advanced technology, I think you may have heard before that Elon Musk actually wanted to cover the whole Earth with internet.
Mm-hmm.
by sending like the small satellites on orbit first.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
You may have heard. I say may. Yeah. So basically, he's actually going to do this, and they already started testing. So they're going to cover a lot of space just to us, which is kind of small. Not routers, but like this real small satellites with internet.
Sick.
And you'll have the 4G internet all over the Earth. And like the idea that it should be for free, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Will you switch from your T-Mobile 4G to Elon Musk internet?
If it works.
Okay.
And if it's free, I'm down, obviously, because I'm bad with money.
Yeah, I see.
No, yeah. Interesting. It's, yeah, fascinating, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's actually why a lot of people are so big fan of him, because of doing such projects like flying to Mars or doing this.
Exactly. Yeah, such a character.
Yeah. So, I'm just thinking. Have you ever thought yourself, if not music, what are you gonna do? Like, probably it's really hard for you because since 10-year-old you were playing drums, and then you even went to study music professionally and all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any other hobbies or things I'm really good at.
But that's really good at. I mean, like, if you wanted to run your lemonade shop or something like this.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but I would be lost without music. No, but actually, I would have no idea what I would do. Yeah, well, the fun thing is that I've been doing a lot of different music-related things over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I sort of went from drumming to electronic music to helping Son out and helping out Big Bird sort of with A&R things or listening to demos.
Yeah.
I would have never thought I would be working in an office actually.
Yeah.
Or working for a record label or something like that. But I also do some mixing and some mastering, and I make my own music. So
yeah. But it's all just music. So
yeah, it's all music.
So you don't do like sports, or you never were really fan of them or something?
No sports. I should do that.
Your expression. Sports.
No. No, it's something like I've been telling myself I need to go work out. Anyway, I need to do that.
Yeah.
No, I like cooking a lot.
Oh.
So I think that's something
You
I
could
could
be
do.
the Dutch Jamie Oliver.
I could be. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think if I would lose my hearing, I would do something like that, or maybe like a film and photography is something I enjoy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Couldn't think of anything else really.
Well, that's good. You don't need to if you can't. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd be lost without music.
I'll put it in the title. The guy who's lost without music.
Yes.
Alright.
When you look for it, I live here is battling depression and lost without music. Great.
Yes. Alright. We came to the end.
Dope.
Besides the very last section of the podcast, where you ask me a question.
Yeah. What's a good question?
I'm really curious. Like, I'm always afraid that it will be the same question as was in previous podcasts. But so far it was good for 5 things in a row.
Okay. So you do finances for Bitbird. Is that something you like really love, or is that a more practical thing? And would you want to do something else besides finances?
I hope no one from Beavers will watch this podcast.
Oh yeah, shit.
No, that's fine. I mean, like, I actually decided to study finance. Okay, long time ago, I didn't really have a clue because I was kind of at school. I was kind of good at everything, so I didn't really care. Like, the programming was on top. I was like, okay, I didn't mind doing some IT stuff. But then at the very last year of the school, for some reason I completely changed my mind and decided, okay, economics is cool. I'm going for economics. And I was like, okay. So I spent 4 years on my bachelor studying international economy. It was the most fun probably economic study you can ever get, because you study everything a bit and you have like the international kind of part of it, so you know a lot about other countries. And then I thought like, okay, I really like marketing and I don't really like finance. And I thought like, okay, so I'm worse at finance rather than in marketing at this point of time. So I probably gotta go study finance. So that's how I end up here.
Nice.
So,
like, did you end up in Holland because of your...
yeah. So like, if I would go for marketing, I would study in UK.
Right.
And here I chose Rotterdam and I studied finance there. That was good. I really enjoy the place where I work now. I probably wouldn't say that doing finance is the most exciting things to do, but I just like, I always knew that I'm gonna do this like, because it's a job is a job.
Yeah, exactly.
And on the side I have my hobbies, which makes my life exciting.
Exactly.
And the job sometimes also can be exciting. And I think I'm more moving into the stage when it's starting to be a bit more exciting whereas it was at the beginning, which is good. So that's pretty much it. Like, probably if I would have a choice, I would may go full on writing, but because of my procrastination,
Yes.
that wouldn't end up well. Because like with job you have a kind of commitment, and this really helps to put your shit together and work, rather than when you have commitment in front of yourself.
Yep.
And you don't have anything pushing you. It's really hard to organize. So that's the struggle I have. Yeah, but I think I'm doing good with combining those hobbies and job, and I have really good job in terms of like life-work balance. Probably the best that you can get in finance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So overall, I'm happy.
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Thank you for being here.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you for watching this, and
Until next time.
until next time.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
maybe part 2.
part 2.